Hello YouTubers and music fans. Today I'm going to present to you a very short record video. During the winter months I do very little record buying because I live in a town without a viable record store of any kind, and which is unfortunate, but there are some charity shops and things, but they do not seem to get records anymore. I mean, they do get the occasional record, but it's either religious, really old, or just not worth picking up. So there's no sources for music other than eBay or something like that during the winter months for me. But I did find these in the past couple months. First, Capitol 45. It's a reissue, but it's Be-Bop-A-Lula, Gene Vincent. And it has a plastic Capitol sleeve, which is kind of odd. This is a 45, reissue 45 of The Locomotion, Little Eva. On the back side, it's Let's Turkey Trot, which I think was the flip side of the original single. Now next I'm going to show you what I think might be the worst record cover of all time. This is a band called the USA Radio Band. The album is called, or the LP was called, Don't Touch That Dial. It's on ABC Records and it came out in 1976. And this is pretty awful. Look at that hot dog slathered with mustard. Couple of hamburger buns made to look like earphones. That is awful. Here's the guys in the band. Don't know if I should be embarrassing them, but this fella here, check this guy. He looks just like Ritchie Blackmore. And actually this guy, he looks just like Ritchie Blackmore. The other guys have mullets. I don't know what the music is like. The record was warped really badly. I didn't have to pay for this one though. Next record is The Ventures. This is a British copy of their first album, Walk Don't Run. It has a totally different cover than the American original, which I think Sideshow Tink showed one in the past week or two. And this one's kind of a psychedelic cover. I'm not sure if this is the original cover as it appeared in Britain, because on the back of this album they do list other Ventures albums. It's in stereo, which is nice to have. Now I have a couple of really peculiar albums that I picked up. And the first one is, I wouldn't call it exotica, it's just weird and strange. It's called Inside a Communist Cell by ex-counter-spy Karl Prussian. This is from 1961. And what it's about is this fella Karl Prussian apparently was like a double agent or something. Here he is. And I did some research on the web, and he was born in 1909 and died in 2000, so he lived to be 91. But he was a counter agent, and on this record he describes what it's like to be in a communist cell in America. And it's very much Joe McCarthyism and the Red Scare, the Cold War, 1961. He talks about Khrushchev, things like that. He talks about the church. I think there's religious content in this. It's just a very, very weird record, full of paranoia. And, oh, what a find this is. This one's fantastic. It's called UFO Eyewitness Accounts. This record contains eyewitness accounts by 16 people. 16 people are there listed there. People who viewed or saw UFOs and described their experience. What a great sci-fi classic this one's going to be to listen to. Thank you for watching, everyone.